This game here ends up being I believe it's Captain's Draft or Captain's Mode. And I'll tell you whenever it loads up. That's Captain's Draft, new game mode that they just added. I'm playing with VOT again, Riser and Soda, and Like a Virgin is sporadical from any of the other games that you've seen me play with the sporadical or many of his other guises. So this is Captain's Draft. This is the new mode they added with First Blood update, and so I believe Riser is our captain. And yeah, you only get 2 bands and 5 picks, and the picks are over, or the bands are over the picks are over a small pool of characters who are randomly selected in the draft. So it really narrows down the hero pool a lot, makes it a lot easier to it makes it a lot easier to focus for the captains. They can say, okay, we've got this selection of heroes instead of all the heroes except Huskar.
Radiant team ban.
In fact, I would think Captain's Draft is a good way to start out into learning how to draft for Captain's mode. It might not be. It may just kind of throw people off, but I feel as though it would be. So from the start of it here, Dire team banned out the Lifestealer and the Anti-Mage, and we banned out Storm Spirit, and we're working on our second ban. We banned out Storm Spirit because of his mid, obviously, and then we get Riki because no one likes Riki,
team pick.
At least on the other team anyways, right? Easy to counter with wards and things, but that ends up being costly for the supports carrying all the wards.
Radiant
Alright, the first pick is Doom. Doom can be a bit of a bastard whenever you're playing against him, with his ulti being able to silence not only your skills but also your items, making it impossible for you to teleport back to base. A lot of the squishies, if he casts it on him, anyone with anyone with a low health pool ends up taking a lot of damage and usually dying. So our first pick's Jakiro, and I'm going to be playing him this game. This game went really well as Jakiro. I enjoyed playing him a lot. I enjoy playing Jakiro anyways. He's an interesting hero. He likes the his ice path is a great stun. It takes a bit to land it. It's a little bit off. So our next pick was Tinker. He's obviously going to be mid. Sporadical, Like a Virgin, whatever you want to call him, is going to be playing him mid. Alright, and so they've picked Lone Druid and Invoker. I believe Invoker is going to be their mid. I can't remember. I wasn't paying too much attention to that lane. And then Lone Druid is, I believe, solo off lane. Alright, we've got Luna. I believe Vought played Luna and Silencer was played by Riser. And we're waiting on their pick. They've got Elder Titan.
Dire team pick.
Their picks are really weird. They don't really have much of it in the way of support yet. I do believe they pick up a support here in this last pick, but it's, yeah, a sort of support, sort of carry.
Team pick.
I believe Soda is playing Venomancer last time I checked. So, yes. So, like I said, they only have really Batrider as a support, which was really weird. They didn't really go a support team. And we're waiting for Vought to pick Luna. That's another thing with Captain's Draft. There's a slight, I don't know if it's a bug, glitch, whatever you want to call it. It tends to kick one of the captains. I believe Vought was our captain this game. It tends to kick one of the captains, and we aren't quite sure why, but it's happened just about every time we've played Captain's Draft. And it might just be a localized bug, it might not be, something that happens to everybody. But I believe my first game of Captain's Draft, it ended up kicking Rhizor mid-pick, and so it ended up randoming all of our heroes. And the game didn't go horribly well. It was a little rough game. So there's still a couple of bugs left in Captain's Draft while we're waiting here. But it is a really fun match, a really fun mode. It does force you to think outside the normal Captain's mode box, so to speak. Alright, so here I'm just discussing who's getting awards, who's getting courier with the other supports on our team. And I end up going courier. So Ring of Protections to grab Basilius from the lane. I know there's people that argue not to grab the Ring of Protection because it's only giving you 2 armor, and you could get other items that would give you a better boost, but you can't purchase this from the side shops, and that's kind of my deciding factor for it. If I'm going to be buying Tranquil Boots, or if I'm going to be buying a Ring of Basilius, I'm going to be grabbing my Ring of Protection first, so I can just grab the rest of the stuff from the side shop. It's quicker, it's easier, you don't have to type the courier for it. It's just a better way of going about it, in my opinion. Alright, so this time I actually did get her back around to being able to block creeps. Watching Silencer pretty much try to kill Batrider, and he gets damn close to it. Everyone shows up down there. He gets real damn close to killing that Batrider, and that Batrider finally runs away. I think he had like 40 health left by the time it was all said and done. I don't know what he was thinking. He loses out on a lot of farm because he had to be drawn back. Yeah, we got Lone Druid down here. He tries to pull the creeps with his bear. It doesn't work that well. He didn't get there in time. I got him with the ice path, but we couldn't get there quick enough. Tip of the ice path's just not close enough to be viable. Alright, so Soda's going to be doing lane pulling and creep stacking while we're in our tri lane here. Vought's obviously the carry, so we're going to be letting him get farm, or I'm going to be letting him get farm. And I'm going to attempt to deny, and most of the time I get it. Sometimes I don't. Jakiro is kind of hard to deny with. He's got a kind of a slower attack animation. It takes a little longer for his stuff to get there. So see, like that one, I didn't get that one right. That happens. Again, he's a little harder to deny with. They have to be something like right about then one more hit from that. Again, that bear's worth 300 gold, so that's why we kind of focus it down whenever it shows up. If we can get it killed, we get that 300 gold goes to whoever kills it. So that's a nice fat bonus. That's 2 sets of wards for support. That's Ring of Basilius just about off the bat. Or not Ring of Basilius, the Sage's Mask for Ring of Basilius just off the bat there. Just harassing the bear. And yeah, he can recall that, and it basically gives it all the health back, but if we can kill it before he does, or whatever. This tri-lane worked out really well, especially since Lone Druid didn't send anything but his bear in. I didn't end up getting him, but he was too far out. He's already under his tower, and we couldn't go on him. But especially since Lone Druid is just sitting in his bear, this lane goes really well. He's too afraid to come out from underneath his tower with the three of us here, and if I would have had my ice pet just now, that would have been an easy kill. In fact, it probably still. He's got his shield, so I sit a little too far under the tower and kind of took some damage. Nothing a Tango won't heal, or at least won't, mess with a bit. And of course, Soda's been pulling creeps, so that's why the creep wave's so far back. It's nice to pull the experience and gold away from the Lone Druid up there, which is exactly what that's doing. Is it completely pulls away his experience. He doesn't get any creeps, because by the time they get close to him, we've already denied him. It's a nice trick, tactic, whatever you want to call it. And it also forces him, if he wants experience, it forces him to come back out of the tree line like he's doing now. It forces him to come out and try to actually fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
That Bat Rider looks like it's been drove back again. Oh, Vot's wanting me to come help him and lead him to the, or escort him to the side shop here, because he doesn't want to attack
Dire's middle
Fallen
tower
Druid.
is under attack. It has no arms to defend itself.
Again, playing support, you don't want to go for last hits. That's the carry's job. It's always the carry's job if you're playing support. I've watched supports play. I mean, if the support's not around, obviously go for last hits. But if there's a support around, do not go for last hits. That's not your
Dire's
job.
middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
For you going for last hits, basically robbing your team of a win. It's basically saying, I don't want my team to win, I want my carry to be underleveled and underfarmed. That's what that's saying, and that's really a shitty way to say it, And there's the first blood.
About time.
For Salamene and for the Dark Moon.
Grab my shoes here, I believe. Yep, boots of speed. And we'll be working towards the mana boots as well. Will be my next work towards.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
Trying to keep the denies up. Also doing that so it's a little easier for the carry to farm. If they're a little bit taken back, or a little bit more damage, she'll be able to farm better. Or rather, farm more quickly. Problem is it's a little mana expensive. I believe I skip the Magic Stick, Magic Wand combo this game, mostly because there's no one down here to cast spells. No one on their team's down here casting spells. None. So that stick's going to be absolutely useless because there's no spells to give it charges and no charges to use to heal. So that being said, the magic stick is definitely ignored this game, to my knowledge. And it's kind of the situational thing you got to look at whenever you're playing any game, is whether or not an item that you're going to use is actually going to be useful. For me, that magic stick wasn't going to be useful at all. And we actually have 3 people going mana boots this game. I think both me and Soda go for them as well. And so we never have a problem with mana. I believe I was reading awards. But he thought about going, and we just kind of weren't there, and he got under his tower before we could get to him, so... Actually, go ahead and sell those.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Grab a set of wards. Haven't brought to me. That's one thing that I kind of wish was in the side shops, but I mean, it would be kind of unbalanced, as if there was wards in the side shop.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Oh,
So that's my first last hit 8 minutes in.
Regeneration. The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
And you walk straight back through it.
Very nice.
And we got 3 kills off of that one little run there, all separate locations. But actually, no, Tinker killed Doom up top. So I'm warding now. So I like that ward spot whenever I'm on Radiant. That gives the middle. Not only does that give mid vision of the rune here, it also gives them this whole area through here, especially this lane, and it gives a bit of Roshan. It gives a view of Rosh as well, or if they're going for Rosh, and so he can see any ganks coming along this river. That being said, this one right here also gives you vision of their secret shop and the rest of that area. So that's a nice little ward spot, nice little place to see what's going on. So one of the things about Jakiro, this damages towers, but it's a thing you get a little bit later on in game. Your other spells are more important. You're not going to be, tanking towers like I'm trying to right there.
By the gods, the Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave
grab
tower.
Basilius. That gives our creeps more pushing power, as well as a bit of health regen for us and mana regen, or a bit of armor and mana regen. I'm sorry, no health. The armor gives a nice little boost. The extra 2, I think it is.
Bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
So there's those wards again. We see him coming through. And he had a haste ring, unfortunately.
Is all alone in the world.
So he's going to get away. But we do decide to go in middle. There's a Bat Rider there who really looks like he's going to die. Can't remember if he does or not. Again, missed the ice path. If you're going to go ice path, aim just a little bit ahead of where they're going instead of behind them, obviously, or where where they're going or where they're at the time.
Dire's middle tower
Just
is under
aim
attack.
slightly behind them,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
or slightly ahead of them.
About time.
Sunstrike.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Timber. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. I feel sad for them.
Heading back to base to heal. And there's always that danger
Has seen better days.
that, and thankfully Silencer casts Silence, but I believe it wears off by this time. There's always that danger with an Invoker or with a Zeus or whoever else has a global ulti that deals damage. There's always that danger that you're going to get hit with that, global attack. obviously Sunstrike isn't an ulti. But Invoker, as I was coming into the fountain, he could have had a Sunstrike, pulling in and readying up, so that way, whenever I got, just as soon as I got to the fountain, I was dead. It hits and kills me. That that can happen if he's preparing for that and he knows what he's doing.
Killing spree.
So now I'm going for my last hits. Since the carry's not here, nowhere nearby. As soon as the carry gets back to lane, I gladly give up the last hits. And the only reason I'm reiterating this is, again, I keep seeing these supports here as of late that just constantly steal farm, constantly take it from their carries, and that's stupid. It's just dumb. It's bad gameplay all around. Because if you're going to steal farm from your carries, you're going to cause them to lose. You're going to cause the loss of the game. That's what you're going to do. You're going to cause your team to lose because you won't let your carries farm. As a support, you don't need farm, especially as Jakiro. He doesn't need anything to really get him going.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. It was a valiant effort.
Alright, time to go back for my mana boots. There we go. And there's a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Killed you without letting it out.
Double dominating.
These scars belong to the dragon, Stepbrother. Launch the wall.
Yeah.
The
That fire's got a little more range than what it looks like.
What a brave tower.
It hurts too. Don't get in Batrider's fire trail. It hurts.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
Alright, so going in for the next item, I believe that I'm going mech. Can't remember. No, Venomancer's going mech. So that leaves me to go ulti stick, I believe is what my next item is. No, I was going to go Vlad's. And we're all ranged, and that works for melee. And so... now I'm looking at it now. Because I wasn't sure, because the lifesteal seems like a good idea. But Vladimir's offering is a melee-only item, which I didn't know at the time, and I guess I could have. And Vlad's was a good idea. Like, it wasn't for us, but like as a group, we were thinking, yeah, that's going to be a good idea, and then we got to looking at it. So, yeah, that's me. I just showed it in shop, and so I decided to go back and sell it. I don't get, obviously, not going to get full price for it because it is 10 seconds afterwards. So I end up shorting myself some money, which really sucks, but what are you going to do, right? So that gets sold, and selling off those GG branches because I'm not going to use them, but I am going to go Yule's, I believe is the next thing I'm grabbing.
But it
or maybe ulti stick. I can't remember what one I decided to pick. Pretty sure it's ulti stick and then Yule's
tower is under attack.
Aghanim
It
Scepter.
has no arms to defend itself.
So
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I really should be purchasing wards right now. There's several places that would be nice being warded, but where we're all together, it's not like we're looking out. We're not having to worry about anybody. And so, that doesn't affect, like most things, that doesn't affect the cards there. There's another kill. Dodge that sun strike
all
out.
alone in the world, being attacked. Dire's middle tower is under attack. It has no arms to defend itself.
Oh, well, it doesn't work on those. It will work on creeps if you have creeps that can.
Dire's middle tower now belongs
That
to the
you can
Aegis.
click on them like you're going to attack move. Click on them like you're going to deny them. Also, whenever buying Aghanims, which is what I'm buying now, if you have the option, go for the soul booster first, or point booster. Sorry, go for the point booster first. That way, you only have to visit the secret shop right at the beginning. 2, you get the most expensive item out of the way. Everything else can be purchased in your stash, and you can just have it brought to you afterwards. The point booster gets it out of the way, and you don't have to worry about if something happens and they push in. You don't have to worry about trying to sneak to the shop just because you need one item. You already have that item there and ready.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt.
So down goes the top tower. There's a sunstrike,
Dire's
and
top tower is
he
doing
aimed
its
it
best,
at
but it doesn't do
the
good.
illusion.
Dire's top tower has fallen. 'Twas only a matter of time.
We caught a glimpse of him down there,
Dire's bottom
and
tower
there he
is under
goes.
attack.
They four-stepped me in, and I had no idea what was going on at the time. So, needless to say, I was just a little bit confused whenever suddenly there's I'm sitting right up against Batrider, and he dooms me. And so, like I said, with Doom, you're taking 50 damage a second, and you can't cast anything here, and you can't cast anything here. So that kind of makes it a little bit difficult to survive a freaking attack like that. And there's another kill.
Dominating.
That puts me at 4-0 now. And again, I survived the ice path. We walk right by each other. Soda goes back for him, but he's gone by that time. We all just kind of hi, what's up, and walk away, which was actually pretty funny whenever we got to noticing what was going on. Teleport was still on cooldown, so I just didn't grab a TP scroll here. I wouldn't have been able to use it anyways, so. And there's the point in the liquid fire, which does an AoE and is one of the few things that actually deals damage to the freaking catapults. At least magic damage to the catapults. Not even Outworld Devourer's Q will work against a catapult. We're actually trying to go up here and try to rout them from behind.
Even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
I believe this will be my first death. Yeah, probably. I don't have any healing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think I was trying to go back for Invoker and I just lost them both.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They definitely end up winning this team fight, but they got Luna. I was gonna say they only got me and another support, but actually they grabbed Luna as well. So, Riser trying to chase down
Dire's bottom
Doom.
tower is under attack.
And this is where I'm checking out Doom's. Doom had eaten a
Dire's middle
Alpha
tower
Wolf.
is under attack.
And that whenever Doom uses his Devour, which I can't see it now. But when Doom uses his Devour on a neutral creep, he gets their abilities, including their auras. So I'm trying to figure out where they want me at. I'm gonna put a they're asking where they
Dire's
want
bottom
wards.
tower is under attack.
That's a good
Run
ward
with the bottom
spot.
tower.
I mean, it's an obvious spot. If there's people dewarding, they're going to deward that ward. I mean, it's such an obvious location for wards. I'm just pinging it again. She's asking where. But you'll see the kind of vision this gives whenever it's set. It's got some crazy vision on it. You get this whole area here, so you can see the creeps coming in. You can see any ganks coming around for this tower. You can see any enemies coming down and through here to gank the middle. It's just it's a good spot altogether, and this kind of expands that vision a little bit. Kind of gives you these stairs here, and this was kind of an on the fly. If I was going to put it anywhere, it would be a little bit further south around this rock, so you get this area. But now we can see that they're all gathering right there. They don't know we have it warded, obviously. So we can see they're gathering right here for a counter. I believe we still decide to go in on this. There goes the Macropyre.
Double kill. Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt.
That was a really close run. Luckily for the Soda, like a virgin, had his bottle with him and swapped it around.
Dire's top tower is under attack. The Dire's top tower is doing its best, but it doesn't look good. Dire's top tower has fallen in battle.
200 away from the Aghanims there, which increases the range and damage of Macropyre. There comes that. Next will be Yule Scepter on my list. I was checking to see what the other support on our team had to see if, make sure I wasn't overlapping anything.
Haste.
By the gods, the Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a
This
brave
tower melts
tower.
down.
Dire's bottom tower has
Jakiro
fallen.
definitely is a teamfight hero. That ice path will freeze everyone in their tracks. That you're up against. So that's a quick and easy way to really just put a team fight on hold. Just stop a team fight. Is to drop an ice path in the middle of it. Me and Vought keeping each other up with mana boots. These things are extremely useful. Although that did make us a little late for the team fight. I drop my mana boots, that way everyone's got some more. sieging a tower is always a difficult thing to do, especially with a team like this where we don't have anyone that really does a large amount of damage. I mean, now we've got Tinker for carry and Luna for carry, and Luna will do a lot of damage later, but she just doesn't have it right now. And so right now it's kind of hard for us to siege that middle tower, or siege any of their base towers, until Luna gets her just a little bit more farm. She's almost there. It really takes glaives, and it'd be even better if she had Desolator. There's what I'm talking about by leading them with a attack. This Dune just melts.
Dominating.
I think we're considering.
Radiant's bottom tower
I think we're considering
I feel sad for them.
the Roshan here. I know what this thing's called. I'll tell you eventually. Problem is, we just don't have enough damage. I mean, we just aren't dealing enough damage. We do eventually take it down, but if they were paying any bit of attention at all, and we caught glimpses of it, they knew we were there. If they were paying any bit of attention at all, they could have been coming into the sweep and taking it from us.
Fine piece of work.
Immortality.
It was just our luck that they didn't come in and kill us with it, because they easily could have gotten a kill from that. With so many people around, I'm not really worried about the carry getting farmed, because it's a little difficult for the carry to get farmed with so many people. Swing in to grab a Void Stone, and I'm a recipe away from Mules. And that extra mana regen is absolutely almost essential for Bat Rider. It really reduces your need for mana boots, arcane boots, whatever you want to call them, and gives you a nice pool of mana regen, plus an escape. You've got that
Dire's
tornado
middle
that you
tower
can cast.
is all alone in the world, being attacked.
I don't quite know what Aghanims does for Doom, but I'm pretty sure I don't like it, whatever it is. I'm not quite sure why I haven't cast Macro. There it is. So I'm not quite sure why I haven't cast Macro Pyre yet, but
Unstoppable. The Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
This.
Unstoppable. Double Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
and that's an auto cast passive. Or, yeah, it's a passive. Every 5 seconds at max level that casts, and so Jakiro at level 15 is really good at sieging, at taking towers. And I grab my, I've got my stuff, got the recipe I'm after for Yules.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About time. Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
So we take the barracks now. And I just drop an ice path just to get him away from me. And actually, it was really to get him away from Soda, because she was back there still in the middle of it. And so drop the ice path to help escape. I mean, it's an amazing escape mech as well. So I got the courier coming to me for.
Oh, that's not good for the Radiant.
Oh, they're taking our top tower. We're kind of ignoring them. Well, we've got silencer going up for them. We were kind of ignoring them. They kind of took our top tower without any trouble, but we were in the middle of killing off their team, so it's kind of an acceptable loss. All right, there's Jewel Scepter, and like you see now, I've got 9.6 mana regen, as well as 1570 intelligence of plus 23 on that 67. So it gives a nice boost to intelligence, a nice 150% mana regen, and 35% movement speed. So Doom's finally getting to his farm. He's dealing a shit ton of damage. I ended up misclicking here and getting myself killed. That's what happened there. I was really misclicking really badly. I should have just clicked down here on the bottom. Maybe turn to Fire and Ice Path. Couple of teleport scrolls, get right back in that fight. I went right back in on top of it. I think I was trying to Yules, and it just almost panic mode kind of deal. Things just weren't working out well. So, but that kind of stuff happens. Got Aghanims on Venomancer now. And see, letting Tinker farm. I don't think Tinker's really low on farm, but Tinker's a carry, so. He beat us up. Couldn't catch him. Chasing down the Lone Druid because he was jungling. So many times we just walked right by each other and didn't even know it because it's either dark or we don't have vision. It's kind of crazy.
Sick.
This time I don't, screw up that badly. And we'll indeed turn around an ice path to help these guys get away. Thought I got away after I got past the tower. Doom used his level death on me, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here comes Luna with the cleanup crew.
Oh, you're not going to beg?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. It has no
Obviously
arms to
can't buy
defend
back
itself.
since I just did in the last 5 minutes. So there's a Sunstrike, nicely placed.
Dire's
Missed who
middle
was
tower
after, but
is all
still
alone in the
thought.
world. Being
Pretty sure I was
attacked.
aiming for Tinker. There's an Aghanims on Luna. That's 3 Ags, by the way, in case anyone's counting. That makes our 3rd Aghanim Scepter this game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Also, creeps just took out their middle tower by themselves. And there's a huge wave going up there with Tinker. Alright, there's their respawn and
Dire's
back
top
down the middle
tower is
tower.
under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt. The Dire's top tower is doing its best, but it doesn't look good.
Warning him now that they're coming up for a gank for that middle tower, for the top tower. was pretty glad that I didn't get doomed just then. I was pretty sure it was coming for me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. It has no arms to defend itself.
Unfortunately, he didn't have any response, any backup for that attack, and they just ended up failing that kill on me, at least at that point in time. Now, there was a Yules that was to get me away from that Bat Rider, so I didn't get killed, but he's still going to follow along. I don't think I catch him though, sadly. Yeah, he blinked out. Ice Path just to kind of stop their advance if they're coming for us.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
I think I should clarify a little bit because you do see me taking farm from the Luna now. To clarify, in the laning phase, you should never be taking the carries farm. It is an absolute moral sin to take the carries farm during the laning phase.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Because that carry needs that farm. Absolutely has to have it. That Doom just melted. Alright, here the Doom comes back again for another go at it. And I don't have the strength and ability to take him down, at least straight off. But with all those creeps around him, he just melts.
Attention troopers. Dire's middle barracks, Dire's top barracks have fallen. Let there be a moment of silence.
It's always nice to lock them in their base. Keeps them from coming at you again. You can see Luna's Glaive come down through there. There's another Sunstrike.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen in the line of duty.
There's Mega Creeps.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world.
And that's it. It's pretty much over. They're going to try another bit of resistance, put us asleep.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
I mean, but what are they going to do, honestly? There's an Ice Path, there's a Macro Pyre, there's Dual Breaths. And a kill. They didn't get me killed. They didn't end up killing me. They actually got us out of their base, which, yeah, that happened. But that's okay because we were right back there, and they're not fighting against our creeps who are, you know, stabbing and prodding and positioning their tower. And there's Soda.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Just absolutely, she's just destroying them at that time. And there it goes. There's the game. Quick, easy, to the point, just like that. I mean, this game I did really well with Jakiro. Kind of carried Jakiro. I think I went 13-3 and 8 or 18. I mean, 11. Sorry, 11, 4, and 18. So. Really good game is Jakiro. I really like Aghanims on him. It does give him a lot more damage on his ulti, and Yules is nice. Any kind of support items, mechanism. If the Venomancer wasn't going mech, I would have went mech. Drums are nice. If you have melee heroes on your team, we didn't. Maybe a Vladimir's, but that's something to look into. That's Jakiro. I really enjoyed playing him. I will cast this Alchemist game, which did really well, a little later. I'm going to give it a break for a bit, and I'll come back to it maybe tomorrow. I'll be sure to post these videos up on YouTube. You can always catch me at Orion Gaming in either Twitter or Facebook, and you can check me out on YouTube as Orion Gaming Online, and you'll have to search for the entire name because it doesn't pull it up unless you pull it up as Orion Gaming Online, all one word, caps on the first letter of each word. So that'll be that, and I'll catch you all later. Y'all have a good night.